Should Disney be freaking out over Super Nintendo World coming to Universal Hollywood very, very soon? I'm going to discuss it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. I'm flying solo today on OG 55. What is going on, fandom? Today, we are going to talk about Super Nintendo World coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. Now, Disney and Universal fans have been kind of pounding this drum, the narrative. Oh, Disney's in trouble. Disney's in trouble. Nintendo's coming to Hollywood, and it's coming to Florida too. But I'm going to focus on Hollywood today. And there's just been this narrative that this means trouble for the mouse. Oh my God, this is doom and gloom, y'all. Disney's done because Nintendo is coming to Hollywood. I'm here to say that is just flat out false, total bullshit. Okay. Now, I'm excited about Super Nintendo World. But I think that the threat to Disney and their dominance and just the overall competition factor that this land will bring is greatly, greatly exaggerated, much like most of what Universal does, in my humble opinion. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people, for some reason, I don't really know, in our theme park community or whatever fandom, it's sort of taboo to criticize or even question anything Universal does. And I'm not that way. I will tell you exactly how I feel about their product. Just because they're number two does not mean that they are beyond critique. They are a massive, mega multinational corporation, just like Disney. Comcast Universal is a gigantic company. Nobody's punching down here. Okay. They can handle honest, constructive criticism, in my humble opinion. So let's break down Super Nintendo World as it relates to the California market. Okay, so this is kind of an overview of the land. Now, mind you, this is actually from Japan because ours is not completed yet here in Hollywood, but we are not getting this attraction, the Yoshi People Mover. That is not coming to Hollywood. All we're getting is the land, and we're getting the Mario Kart attraction. Now, in terms of the Mario Kart attraction, leading up to the opening of that attraction in Japan, all we heard, the narrative from the fan community and in the industry in general, really, was this Mario Kart attraction was going to revolutionize theme parks. It's an all new thing that we're going to be seeing with this Mario Kart attraction. And well, if you've been in the community for any amount of time in this fandom, you know that didn't pan out exactly like that. The Mario Kart attraction is a real mid attraction. It's kind of a meh attraction. It's a racing ride that goes really, really slow. So just a weird concept. Now, from what I understand, Universal was really pushing. I'm sorry, Nintendo was really pushing Universal to make this as family friendly as possible. So the speed was a major concern for Nintendo. I understand that. But if you can't have a racing ride that's going to actually have some speed, then you don't make a racing ride. Nintendo has a plethora of great, amazing characters that you can pull from. And you can even pull from the same characters, Mario, and just make something different. If you can't go fast, don't make a racing ride, okay? So the one attraction that we're getting here in Hollywood is that very mediocre Mario Kart attraction, okay? In a land that looks very cool, but let's be 100% honest. It looks like a very hot, even a hotter version of Mickey's Toontown, which I don't even know how they accomplished that, but they did. It looks even hotter than Mickey's Toontown. So this is the thing. This land will definitely bring people in based on that Nintendo IP. Absolutely. But is this going to completely just destabilize the entire theme park market in Southern California? Is this going to change the game? Is this going to be another Wizarding World? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm very much convinced that that will not happen here. Now, look, I might eat crow. Who knows? I might be completely wrong on this. I personally do not think that will happen with Super Nintendo World. Will it be a cool land? Absolutely. Is it something worth visiting? Absolutely. But I think that this narrative out there that this thing is going to change the game and Disney's shaking their boots and that's why they're rushing this Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway because they're so scared of Nintendo. Nonsense, absolute nonsense. Now, I did a video with my good friend Vash Sky the other day talking about, the opening date of Runaway Railway, which is January 27th. And we both acknowledged in that video that Nintendo World probably played at least a little bit of a factor in pushing this opening date sooner for Runaway Railway. Absolutely, it played a factor, but honestly, I don't think a big one. I really, really don't. And if you're going to compare the two, if you're going to pair Runaway Railway to Mario Kart, I haven't been on either one, but from what I've seen from both, Runaway Railway is a much, much, much stronger attraction than what we've seen so far with Mario Kart. Now, that could be a completely different situation once I actually get on both. But from where I stand right now, not being on either one and kind of seeing stuff online based on both, much more interested in Runaway Railway. It just as an attraction, it just looked like a better ride. Now, here's the other thing that's really, really funny to me. Anytime Disney tries to upsell or upsell you, or they pump out these like kind of gimmicky products to make a buck, right? A lot of the Magic Band stuff and just stuff like that, like the glow with the show ears and everything. The fans go nuts. The fans go absolutely nuts when Disney does this. It's Disney is very greedy, and they're trying to sell you on these cheap gimmicky products. And I just want to say, I'm really, 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 really glad that Universal is above all that. I really, really am. I'm really glad that Comcast Universal. Oh, never mind. Super Nintendo World Power Up Bands now available for purchase online. This is from January of 2021, in regards to the grand opening of the land in Japan. It says here the grand opening of Japan's Super Nintendo World is delayed again, but that can't stop you from bringing home a piece of the excitement now. And basically, it's these bands, right? And they're $69, man. They're $70 for these bands, and these bands are interactive with the land. It's basically a magic band, and when you walk through the land, you interact with things. Okay, a lot same kind of gimmicky stuff that Disney does, right? The same kind of gimmicky stuff that Disney does with like these games like in Galaxy's Edge and things like that, and the light up bands during the fireworks and all that, right? The same thing that fans make fun of Disney for doing and call Disney greedy for doing, Universal is doing the exact same thing. The exact same fucking thing. I just find that hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So I don't know. Anyway, long story short, in my opinion, I do not think this land is a huge problem for Disney at all. And in fact, I think Disney is actually opening up the stronger attraction with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, I say this as a massive Nintendo fan. A little background on myself. I was a kid, a small child in the 1980s, and Nintendo was like part of my childhood, part of my youth in a massive, massive way. Even more than Disney, to be honest with you. Those early years in my life was very much dominated by the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. Okay. I mean, Nintendo is as a company holds a lot of meaning for me, a special place in my heart. Okay. So I love this company and I want Nintendo to do very, very well. Absolutely. But if I'm going to be honest, the land isn't all that. It doesn't look like it's all that. Now, the one in Epic Universe, I think, has a lot more promise because they got that Donkey Kong coaster and what have you. There's more there to offer. But I think the Hollywood version, I don't know. I don't know, fam. I mean, from what I've seen with this Mario Kart ride online and everything and how slow it goes and just the overall aesthetic of the land, it looks cool, but it's kind of another Toontown. I don't know. I really don't. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Super Nintendo World in Hollywood? Is it a major threat to Disney's Theme park game out here, not so much. Are the fan narratives kind of overblown? Are they underblown? Maybe it's a bigger issue for Disney than even the narratives out there. I really want to hear from all of you on this topic. I know a lot of people don't want to touch Universal. They don't want to criticize Universal, but hey, look, if they're going to be a top contender in the game, then critiques are fair game. You know what I'm saying? They are absolutely fair game. But I want to thank all y'all for watching today. And as always, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, everybody.